What's up, guys, and welcome back to Testify with Ty. Today, we're going to be talking about least likely, but still chosen. A lot of times in life, we feel like we're unqualified because of what we struggle with or what we lack. And we think because of that, we can't be used by God. But that's not true at all. God has already given us everything we need for the assignment that He's chosen us for. The real question is, will we trust Him to be all that we need, even when people say we can't do it, or when they doubt our abilities, or when we doubt our own? Let's look at a few people in the Bible who, in the eyes of others, were the least likely to succeed, but God still chose them. David. If you read David's story, the Bible tells us that after the Lord removed His hand from Saul for being disobedient, He told the prophet Samuel to go to a man named Jesse. God said He would show Samuel which of Jesse's sons to anoint. David wasn't even considered. He was out tending to the sheep, and his own father didn't think he was the one God would choose. But here's the thing. The Bible says people judge by outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. David was chosen not because he was big, strong, or polished, or even popular, but because he had a heart for God. So the story goes on to say Samuel anointed David, and the Bible says that from that day on, the Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon him. So listen, it doesn't matter who counts you out. Doesn't matter who thinks you're not qualified. If God says you're chosen, then you are. God isn't looking for perfect people. He's looking for surrendered hearts. If He chose you and anointed you, He's going to give you everything you need to complete the assignment. Sometimes we like to question God and say, Lord, why me? I can't do this. I don't have the right voice. I don't sound like them. I know I've said that plenty of times. But Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So you have to know where your strength comes from. And that's the key. It comes through Christ, not in our own strength, not in our own abilities, not in anything that we could do on our own, which we can't do anything on our own. So while you're doubting yourself, thinking you're unqualified, the truth is, if you really lean on God, He'll give you the words, He'll give you the courage, the wisdom, and the strength that you need. David didn't beat Goliath on his own. God was with him. And the same God that was with David, He's with us too. Now let's look at Moses. Moses was adopted into Pharaoh's house, but after killing an Egyptian, he fled to Midian. There he settled down, got married, and was living a quiet life until one day he saw a bush on fire, but that thing was not burning up. That's when God called out to him. God told Moses that He had heard the cries of His people and was sending him to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. What did Moses say? Who am I to do that? Just doubting himself. God replied, I will be with you. But even with that promise, Moses still doubted. He said, I've never been good with words. I get tongue-tied. Moses had a speech impediment. Then God had to check him real quick. Who makes a person's mouth? Who decides whether they speak or don't? Is it not I, the Lord? So God was letting him know, you can't do anything without me anyway. That's what He was basically saying. He was basically saying, I've got this. If I gave you the assignment, I'm going to equip you for it. Moses still asked God to send someone else. Moses was running from this assignment, as we all do. Sometimes we get so fearful and we just want to run and just pass it off to someone else. But God agreed to send his brother Aaron to help. But notice this, Moses was still the one receiving the word from God. Aaron didn't get it directly. Moses did. He still had to speak it for Aaron to share it. So even with his doubts and excuses, Moses was still chosen. And I had to ask God, why didn't you just choose Aaron in the first place? This is me literally talking to God. God, why didn't you just choose Aaron if he was willing to go? But God plainly told me because I didn't want to. And that was enough. He doesn't owe us explanations. He's sovereign. If He says you're the one, then you're the one. So what is all of this saying? Moses didn't pick himself. David wasn't picked by his own family. Both of them probably felt overlooked, underestimated, but they were still God's choice. That shows us something. That again, God isn't looking for perfection. He's looking for availability and willingness. He'll use all of your insecurities, your weaknesses, your past, your traumas, all of it for His glory. So it's testimony time. I'm going to share something very real with y'all. I was never the one anyone thought would succeed in basketball. I didn't grow up knowing how to play. I was very girly, very unskilled, and not really interested. People were always picked ahead of me, and I was always pushed to the back. So even when I played for my own dad, he didn't play me much. I was just the practice player, as what they like to call it. The one doing the behind the scenes stuff nobody really wanted to do, which is defense and guard the best player. I mean, it's a lot of work. But I didn't complain. I just kept working. So for years, I felt unseen. But in 8th grade, everything changed. That year, it was like the Lord flipped a switch. I was confident, strong, and felt unstoppable. People couldn't believe it. I mean, I had went from 7th grade not even knowing how to dribble a ball or what end to score the ball to 8th grade being the best player. People just would ask, is that Ty? Like, are you sure it's her? Is that Ty, the same girl from last year? Yeah, that's me. And then it became, oh, that's Ty. Like, yeah, I know her. But I went on to have a great career, awards, East-West All-Star, Conference Player, Athlete of the Year, all of that. But I come to share with you that it wasn't me. It was God. For some reason, He chose me. He used me. The one people overlooked, the one people had no faith in, the one people were just like, she's nothing, she's nobody. He used me to show that He can take the least likely and put them in the front just like that. If God called you to it, He will see you through it. Don't listen to what people say about you. Listen to what God says about you, because that's the most important. You are chosen. You are equipped. You are ready. So go out and walk boldly in your calling, because you were chosen for this. So that's all I have for today. Remember, guys, to stay rooted, stay hopeful, and don't forget, your testimony matters. So tell it.